Hi guys, this is Tarun from Made Better with AI, and today we are looking at creating an Angry Birds game using AI. What you see on the screen is the code for the game. Now we quickly go live with it. You see that there are different settings to this particular game for like background music and all, because sometimes when the music is playing, I'm kind of also explaining how the game works like. So yeah, I'll just reduce the sound of the background music and let me play the music now. Uh, I hope you're able to hear the music. If not, yeah, I'll just quickly, bring it up. And yeah, this is how the game is. You can see that there is a bird that I have on the left. It sits over a slingshot, and then you see that there is a power bar at the bottom that tells you what is the power at which the bird will go, and a dotted line to show you how the bird will look like post it is launched, or in which direction the bird will go post it is launched. You also see that there are pigs on the right, and then there's a structure on the right. To make it a bit for one, like a bit more fun, I'll kind of launch it like this, right? And the structure on the top was destroyed and one of the pigs fell. This is like a more of a lateral launch. Same for this one. I'll now try to hit it like this. There is some mechanism and some prompting that went into building the movement of the bird, like how it is inspired from the original game. This kind of went off. You also see that there is no cue for the words, because yeah, I think it takes a bit of practice, and this is something you'll have access to the code. You can build it further using this particular code. But yeah, what you saw is basically how the game functions. I'll quickly take you through the different steps that went into building this game. This game did not come as a result of a single prompt, but I had to build the element separately, and then we kind of combined it to get the game. So there is a bird element, then there's a slingshot element, there's a background element, there are pigs, and then there's a structure. Each of these individual elements are SVGs. But what I did is I kind of picked an image, like a PNG image of the bird, and I fed it to one of the AI tools. You can use ChatGPT. I find it the most useful when addressing images or working with images. When you give it a particular image and you ask it to build a replica of that same image as an SVG, which is easily modulated, that is what you get in return. So I took a PNG of an angry bird from the internet and I fed it to GPT. I'll show you how the bird looks like. This is the code that it gave me for the red bird, right? So this is how the red bird looks like. This bird is kind of closely related to that red angry bird, and it is kind of similar. If you see the bird over here, you see that it has kind of changed. Like in terms of these two, you see that okay, it has like a circular or a more of like a round on the top, and then there are different elements. The beak is towards the right a bit, but here it is towards the left. These SVGs can be modulated however you want, right? I'll quickly refresh the page now and I'll go through the other elements. The pigs look more similar, right? And there's a reason for it. So if I go back to the code and if I look at the pig HTML, the pig HTML is quite simple, right? Now, by simple, I mean that the SVG of this particular pig is very simple. So as complicated the SVGs get going ahead, I think what happens is that when you are using that SVG as a part of a larger structure, it tends to break or it tends to get modified by AI automatically, no matter how much you prompt it to keep it simple and to keep it as same as before, right? So use simple SVGs, try to work with simple SVGs and they work. So if I show you how this particular pig SVG looks like, this is very similar to how a pig over here looks like. Then I scaled the pigs to give them like different sizes, and I positioned their X and Y axis to help them sit over here. While I asked AI to build this particular code, some of the SVGs were not placed correctly, but yeah, you can modify their values within the code, and this is how it looks like. Then for the launching and the landing mechanism, there is a timer, or like there's a limit in terms of how long does it take for the bird to kind of reach a structure. And then what happens when the collision happens? So you see that in the original Angry Birds game, when the bird collides with a particular pig, the pig kind of gets damaged or it is destroyed, right? But that doesn't happen in this particular game. I've kept the collision limited to the structures for now, for the ease of this particular game. Again, you can build on it however you want, but yeah, that is how the game looks like. One last shot, hoping that yeah, I'm able to hit this particular structure. and yeah, that kind of ends the game. Um, if you look at how this particular code is for the landscape, you see that mostly it is built out of SVGs, and the Java scripting is along the structures and the pigs and how the collision between them is happening. So that is at the core of the functionality of this game. In this newsletter that you receive through my Substack channel, if you haven't subscribed to the Substack channel now, you can look at this particular link in the description on YouTube and you can subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you receive all of the details in this particular newsletter and it helps you understand how the game was built. There is also a link to the Google Drive at the end that you get, and you can open the Angry Birds folder and all of the files will be here for you to refer to. So yeah, that is all about the game. I'll see you in the next episode.